know we're all different. We all have our own styles. Some are softer spoken, some are more polite, some are more about peace and love. We've got one thing in common though. We think animal abuse is atrocious. Now what changed you? What changed you into an ethical vegan? It was the animals, hey? I don't want to pay for something I'm morally against. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be an animal abuser. Now, I didn't want to be a human abuser. I don't want to hurt people either. I was a hypocrite across the board, trust me, more than anyone. This evolution that I had all come from self-realization. Hey, you're in gangs, you're doing bad things, your mum's crying, you've hurt your family, everyone's scared of you, you've got a piece of an animal on your plate that was tortured and killed. The animals did nothing wrong to me, all right? Nothing at all. That was a realization for me. That's what motivated me to change. You got to speak to that in other people, however you do it.
Like any other animal,
They don't want to die. They're scared.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to be protected and cared for like Muffin.
We're just disconnected. Imagine the animals in the water, right?
Yeah.
They're just animals in the water, Muffin, in the water.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. Next minute they get dragged out and they're suffocating and then they're being, so when you look at it from the victim's point of view and how that would feel like.
And helpless.
Yeah,
Helpless.
Obviously, I do it my way and you'll do it your way. But you have to make that person feel responsible. You have to speak to that part in their heart that knows this is wrong, and you have to lead them to the realization that they're causing it. You have to do that. Otherwise, it's just an interesting thought. Oh wow, they made me think. No, you don't want to make them think. You don't make them feel responsible. The blood is on your hands. Do it in your own way, all right? Because we're all different. But make sure you never forget that this individual here is paying for something they're against and they don't know yet. So you have to do them the service.
Yeah, we've got all this power and we're abusing the power and we pay for that to go on. They don't deserve 1 cent of your money ever again. It's not okay. Would you agree?
Yeah, the knife is in the hand of the consumer. You're paying for them to be killed. There's no way around it. You might have 5 minutes to talk to this person. Only 5 minutes. You might have 1 minute. You have to make them feel responsible for what's on the screen in 1 minute. Are you going to talk about this and that issue and that? No, keep it focused on the victims.
To be honest, it's hard to convert from meat to, something else.
Well, who's it harder for? That's why, if it's hard, it's not hard for me to be a vegan because I look at it from the animal's perspective, not my own.
Yeah.
Then it's easy. It's easy when you look at it from their eyes.
Yeah.
Put them in the victim's position. How would you like it? If you were being held against your will, raped, have your children taken and stabbed to death at the end of it and turned into a burger, digested and flushed down the toilet. Is that not animal abuse? How would you feel? Put the onus on them, help them understand what it's like to be a victim.
The alien's going to come down and do the same to us.
Maybe then we'll learn. Maybe then people will learn what it feels like to be a victim, you know? All right, because many people here, they wouldn't have the first clue about what it's like to be a victim. I know what it's like. I've had a gun to my head. I know what it's like to stare down the barrel of a gun. I know what it's like to be held hostage. I've seen it happen, okay? But many people here don't know what it's like to be a victim. So it's hard for them to look at it through the victim's eyes. You've got to help them. You've got to help them understand what it's like to be pushed into a gas chamber, to use empathy. If you've only got 5 minutes, choose your words carefully. But for me, the issue is through the eyes of the animals. They are being tortured and harmed and by good people who don't see it. So for me, this is the issue. The issue for me is animal rights, and for the animals, it's for their own freedom. Like Gary Ofsky said, one of the best things he ever said is always speak for the animals. Hey, you would want to be spoken for if you were in their position. And that's exactly how I want you to speak for the animals, and that's what they deserve. Always use the animals to motivate you too. Always use, look, we all go through ups and downs. Look, it's hard in the movement too. You'll be doing the right thing in your heart, and you'll be shot down for it, trust me, by people that you thought were comrades. But you're not doing it for them. Is the pig shooting you down? Has the chicken done anything wrong to you? No, they're still being victimized. So don't worry about what other people say, what other vegans say, what meat eaters say to you, what closed-minded people say to you. Just keep the animals in mind and you'll stay in this movement for life until this ends. Because I will be, okay? Because I will be. All right. Thank you very much.